right, we're going to take one more question from the panel. That falls to you, Gail Hammonds.
Okay. The Citizens Police Review Commission has been protected in the city charter by the voters. What would you do to support the commission in fulfilling its responsibilities?
All right. And this one goes first to Mike Garner, so you have 90 seconds.
Thank you. As you may know, I was one of the original 9 members of the Police Review Commission. I was honored to serve as chair for an unprecedented 3 terms. The commission has been, I think, micromanaged by the city manager's office. The executive director, as it is defined in the ordinance, has now been changed to a manager. While I was at the commission, we went through 2 executive directors. The city manager and the city attorney have gone so far as to try to take control over what goes on the commission's agenda. The commission wanted to only talk about whether they should have independent counsel, and if so, how should that happen. They weren't allowed to put that on their agenda. That's wrong. This is an independent commission. It was created to only advise the mayor and the council on all police-related matters in the city. They have to be allowed to do their work. If the city doesn't like their advice, they are in no way required to accept it. But to go in and micromanage them, to delay reports, there's not been an annual report from that commission in 2 years.
Thank you. And Mr. Betro.
You know, the CPRC is a relatively new institution, but we are finding our way. It is an advisory board. It does not have the type of powers that people sometimes think it has. However, I am very proud of the fact, after having worked on the amendment to our charter to get it passed, that there be a CPRC in this city, that we have one. Can it be better? Yes, it can. But it's a very difficult challenge to get all these parts moving in the right direction, especially when you're starting something new like this. I think we are making some progress. I think there were setbacks. And I think I have been a voice with the city manager as well as amongst my colleagues that there will be a strong CPRC. I think that is why I have the endorsement of both the police officers and the Police Accountability Committee that was formed initially to push for the existence of a CPRC. It takes people with balance, with vision. This CPRC can be better than it is. We're working towards that. The new director of the CPRC, I think, will cause some changes that we all want to see, and I will continue to be a voice and an advocate for the fact that we need to have a CPRC, and we also need to have the police and our city management engaged in how our police department works for us.
Mr. Garner, if you'd like to take a 30-second rebuttal.
Thank you. I think one of the keys to the success of the CPRC is that it should reflect the makeup of the community. While I served on the CPRC, it was approximately 11% black, 44% white, and 44% Hispanic. The commission has never had an Asian or Pacific Islander or a Native American on. The commission currently has 1 black and 1 Hispanic member. There are 3 commission members from Ward 1. Mr. Betro has appointed 2 of them. All 3 of those persons are Anglo. I think that opportunities have been missed to install on that commission diversity that matches the city.
All right, 30 seconds to you as well.
The 3 most important commissions in our city are Planning, Public Utilities, and the CPRC. I stated my credentials earlier as far as when it comes to minority appointments, but I do not believe you use a quota system on appointments such as these. You choose the best person who has applied for the job. You also have to look at who has applied to do it. And we do need to do a little more work in getting our minority community engaged, in wanting to play a role in the police department. There is some alienation there that our police chief and others have worked on to try to bridge that gap. And I think that's where the problem is, more than who the appointments have been.
Okay, and that's time. Thank you.